You know, the local media has an agenda that they're going to serve. I don't know who's in charge of it or what it is, if it's like a headless monster.
You know, I was pretty happy with that one gerbils the other night.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, that was a good pizza.
Yeah. Fat wallets and empty hearts. Which...
Fat wallets, empty hearts.
It's insane how little musicians get. So, yeah, if you're interested in support, not just me, but any musician that you like, one of the best ways to do that, it sounds old school because it is purchase their music, purchase their merch, you know.
Hey guys, this is Mark from Rat Rod.
Hi, this is Mikey P from C.ell.
Hey, this is Jeff from the Bell Jumpers.
Let's go.
Probably Default, because he's awesome.
This is Jessica for the band Dimitus. You're listening to Pennsylvania Rock Show.
What's up, everyone? This is the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 696. We're coming at you from musicfromthe412.com, buildthescene.com, xrpradio.co.uk in Scotland, like Glasgow, Scotland, megarockradio.net and 107.1 KFGD out of St. Louis, Missouri, rootaroораdio.com out of the beaches of San Diego, California. We are also coming at you from, I said Rootaroo, from oldiesxl.com in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody because I do like every episode. But again, it's episode number 696. With me tonight is Sarah Halter. What's up, Sarah?
Hey, Bill, how are you doing? I'm doing
okay.
Pretty well. I'm doing pretty well, too.
Good.
Actually, it was having a pretty nasty cold this past week. I mean, it wasn't that bad, but hopefully I can keep my coughing to a minimum. I mean, it's basically gone. But if I start hacking, just don't be alarmed.
I'm sitting there, my nose is itchy.
Oh, no.
Try not to scratch it, but I can't help it.
Hopefully it's nothing.
So Doc Rock is in. He says hello.
Hey, Doc.
He's hanging out. For those of you that are tuned in, you can comment on the videos in most places that we are live, and we can show it up on the screen and interact with you. So if you're new to the Pennsylvania Rock Show, now you know. And you have 696 episodes to go back and listen to. But anyway, so Sarah, are you originally from the Pittsburgh area?
I'm not actually. I'm originally from Central PA, kind of like in between State College and Altoona, if you're familiar with any of those areas.
I drive through
Tyrone School.
Okay, I know where that is.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
My brother lives in of course I'm going to forget the name of this. It's not Zion. It's right next to it.
Bellefonte.
Yes.
Is that it? Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Me and my friends, we used to go to State College a lot to hang out, and there's a big movie theater in the Bellefonte Zion area. So we drive around there. I'm pretty familiar with it.
I thought you were going to tell me about the Rathskeller.
I've been there too.
I walked past it a bunch of times, so it never went in. But
yeah,
now it's something completely different. I don't remember what it is. But
they keep changing things a lot over there. It's been a minute since I've been downtown State College, but one of my buddies out there, sometimes we, if I'm around, we go over there. But I think the Rathskeller, I don't know what it is now. I have no idea.
I don't remember. I go up there every May for a science competition with my students.
Oh, nice.
So it was never something I could just walk in and check out because there were always 7th and 8th graders with me.
Right.
All right, so you play metal. How did you get to that point? Like, when in your life did you go, that's what I'm going to do?
Well, it's interesting you asked that. I remember when I was young, I was really drawn to heavy music, and I kind of just started listening to it on my own because not a ton of people in my family were big into it. A few people were, but like it was, few and far between. My sister and I kind of shared some interest in it as well. We, had some bands that we liked. And then I eventually moved to Pittsburgh in 2015, and I knew I wanted to do something music-wise. So I kind of started out in the solo acoustic scene at open mics, just playing around, writing some songs, getting myself out there. And then I eventually found some people to form a band, and we were pretty like prog rock band, and we kind of eventually went the progressive metal direction. And we were called Blue Clutch, and that project was active from, it was like late 2015, early 2016. And then we called it quits in 2020, and that's when I rebranded as a solo metal artist. I was definitely taking that band in a lot heavier of a direction, which I think it kind of always wanted to do that, but then just certain changes happened and like life situations, with mostly on behalf of my previous bandmates, just made continuing the project very difficult. So I just said, I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna go solo in 2020, and I released A Clockwork Destiny, the first 2-track single, in 2021, in this solo project.
Sorry, I was checking to make sure it was streaming.
Oh yeah, I hope so. Did everybody hear all that?
Well, see, 2 weeks ago, I didn't do a show last week. Everybody heard the guest on the radio side, and nobody could hear me.
Oh, okay.
So I really should make sure I'm coming through too. But now it's going to look weird because I'm holding my phone to my ear. But there's a little bit of a delay.
I'll load it up on my phone and see what's going on here too. But
oh, wow,
yeah, so it was kind of a gradual development, making the kind of music that I make now. But I'm really glad that I went this direction, because I could have gone numerous directions career-wise, or if my previous band stayed together, or if I chose to do something else. So I'm very, very happy with the choices that I made. I mean, it's definitely had its ups and downs. Ending a project, it's just sad as it is. But it's just life. You deal with it and you move on, and you just come out even stronger. Let's see if I can find it now.
So we're gonna go away from the normal questions and hit the PA Rock Show questions. And you've already been asked one by Doc, so I will avoid the pizza question for this evening. But they're a lot like that.
Yeah.
So let's say you are at a concert and you walk out and there's a DeLorean sitting there, and you can hop in because the door is open and there's a flux capacitor in the back seat, and you can go back in time and hang out with any band in the history of the world. Who are you going to hang out with, and approximately what time?
That's a good question. I actually thought about this multiple times in the past, and I think I have my answer. It's hard. It's a hard pick. But I'm going to say going back in the time, Genesis' heyday, say back in the 80s or so, and talk to Phil Collins. Because I remember when I was younger, their Invisible Touch album, my mom used to play that in the car. Now, granted, it's not metal by any means, but wow, there were some heavy drum fills in it. I remember, just with so much movement and energy, and that definitely I don't know, it was just an overall joyful first musical experience from when I was younger that really made me like music. And plus, he was so talented. I mean, he's still here with us, obviously, but to talk to him at that time, yeah, that would be my answer.
I used to do some roller skating to Genesis.
So good.
Def Leppard and UB40.
Yeah. Yeah. Skating rinks are so much fun. There was actually one in my college town that I went to like a couple times, but it closed like by, the first or second time that I went. So
when's the last time? Last time I was skating was a birthday party that my kids went to, and it was interesting because it'd been a long time.
Skating's a lot of fun.
If you let's say you go out on tour and for some reason you hire me to drive your bus, what music are we going to listen to in between gigs?
In between gigs, oh my gosh. Well, honestly, like if I'm like touring with if I'm playing with mainly like other like rock and metal bands, I mean, I'm definitely gonna want to like hear, like the bands that I'm gonna be playing with along the way. I mean, obviously, like, hey, like this is the band in this town, this is the band in that town, or the bands or artists, whoever. So definitely to preview the music to get pumped up for it, that would probably be like, my first choice. And then obviously I would throw in, on the playlist, like favorite songs of mine, favorite bands of mine. Like I really love, like right now I'm really on a huge Spirit Box kick. I love that band. Love Courtney LaPlante. She's amazing. Also been on a huge Within Temptation kick recently. I mean, I've been a longtime fan of them. But their latest album is really, really good. And obviously that kind of genre, but then also obviously mixing some Tool in there. Throw some Meshuggah. Stuff like that. And maybe a few pop tunes. Throw some Britney Spears on there, or some, just something fun.
We're gonna pause right there. We're gonna take a break. We're going to listen to your song, "Clockwork Destiny," and those on the video side are going to get to learn about how to win tickets. And we're gonna draw some tickets during this break too. So we will be right back.
All right, peace.
Have you ever wondered how to enter our contest?
Oh my God.
To win 2 free tickets to select Drusky Entertainment concerts? Well, it's very simple. Go to musicfrom412.com, click on contests right here. I'll bring you to this page. And you will see various concerts that are available to win tickets. Currently, we have coming up the Clarks on November 24th at Jurgles. We have the Shiners also at Jurgles on November 29th. We're also giving away tickets to Autopsy, Fit for an Autopsy, and Exodus with special guests Darkest Hour and Undeath. Bill Ali Band at Jurgles on January 16th. January 25th, we have Three Dog Night at the Carnegie of Homestead Music Hall. We have tickets for Mr. Big, The Big Finish. That's a farewell tour with Mark Daly, also at Carnegie Homestead of Music Hall. Also at Carnegie Homestead of Music Hall, we have tickets to Extreme that we're giving away. And that's just a few of the upcoming shows that we have. And to win, all you have to do is click on one of those concerts, and you will see right here, it gives you a little form you have to fill out to give us your email address so that we can send you the tickets. And you just need to come over here and click on the Facebook share and tag both Music from the 412 and Drusky Entertainment in your share. And then we spin a wheel, and some lucky contestant wins 2 free tickets to that show. It's as easy as that. Everyone, it is time for me to give away 2 tickets to Drusky Entertainment Show. This one features Moonwalker at Preserving Underground on Saturday, November 18th. 6 p.m. is the door time, 6:30 is show. That is in New Kensington, Pennsylvania. Tickets, if you are going to purchase them, are $15 to $18. That ticket purchase window closes soon, So if you want to go check out Moonwalker, make sure you go and purchase tickets. If you do not hear from us tonight saying that you won tickets from us, we had 2 people sign up for this show. They were Nikki Prasa and Andrew Carr. I'm going to add their name a couple more times to the wheel. We'll go one more time. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle those. And then I'm going to press the spin button, and we are going to find out who our winner is of the 2 tickets to see Moonwalker. And that winner is Andrew Carr. So Andrew, make sure you are paying attention to your email. You should receive an email from myself and then an email from Adam Valen or the ticket window from the venue, and have fun. So I am really bad at this. You would think after 696 episodes I would remember to do this, but at the top of the show I played 3 tracks and I never said who they were.
Oh yeah.
So we heard Dysmorphia by Reign of Z, and 4 Years for Nothing by Defiant, and then Storms Within's new track Hit the Floor. And then just now in the break that we just had, you heard from Sarah Halter, who's our guest tonight, and her song A Clockwork Destiny. And I'm going to give her a moment, like an MTV storyteller's moment, to tell us a little bit about this song.
Oh, all right. Great. Cool. Yeah, I wish I had a physical copy to show. I do have one of my other EP, which I can talk about that later. But that was if you heard before or were paying attention before, I was talking about how I rebranded as a solo artist in 2020, and it was during pretty much the heat of the pandemic, and I had a lot more time at home, and I was able to really focus on learning how to record at the first time. And I was I really wanted to get this song and then another song that I had written, A Clockwork Destiny and Frozen Magnolias, those 2 songs on that single. I really wanted to release those first as, kind of a debut single for rebranding. So I set to work and I learned a lot. It took me a little bit longer. But I had time, but I really took my time with it and really got, polished and, well practiced with recording, and I got that down. And I also met a drummer on TikTok from Oklahoma City, and we got to work on it, and we really made progress with that super fast. Dan Stevens is his name, Agent 53. Yeah, I think that's his social media name. I haven't heard much from him. He's on Instagram, but he's not as active social media anymore. He's really busy, I know, nowadays. But we had a lot of fun with it, and I sent him the tracks, and he lined up the drums and got it all ready to go. And then I got in contact with Matt Very Tight Recordings, and he does my mixing and mastering, at least so far recently with these projects that I've been working on. And
we are definitely
I'm sorry.
definitely familiar with his studio.
He's really good.
Blackridge is an artist that he works with as well.
Yeah.
That I've done a lot of photography for.
Okay, and cool. Yeah, and
I hear about him all the time from them.
Yeah, I've heard of them, and there's Uzkos, I think he did. They're kind of brutal death metal or something like that. They're really good. I've heard some of their stuff. He approached it with a different style with them, but yeah, he's really varied. Really varied. Matt Very is very varied in his work and very talented. So by the time it was 2021 October that 2-track single was finished, by the time all the drums and all the recording and everything was done, and it was released October 29th, 2021. And theme-wise, the song, it's just more of about apocalyptic themes, suffering. Think of it like the world is ending, a possible mass war, mass casualty kind of situation. Which there's been a lot of talk and theories and just stories and Some things, you could say are exaggerated, some are not, but like a lot of it is like true, art, feelings, like how you feel sometimes like your just world is ending. So that's that song, A Clockwork Destiny. Frozen Magnolias is also on that as well. That one's a little bit more upbeat in a way, but it still is also about, time ending for life. Time ending for life. More likely in the sense of a person dying.
I almost said cool. That's not really cool.
I mean, think of it in a metal sense, like in an artistic sense, but sure.
So I forgot to pause something on the radio side. So we talked over top of Demetis metal song.
Oh,
so now I have some editing to do, but
that's
that's what happens when you're trying to do too many things live.
I understand. No, this is really cool though. I'm really enjoying the video interview. It was great being in the studio with Doc. I remember it was about a month ago, going in the studio and doing the radio interview. That was quite an experience. I hadn't done that before. I've done this before. I think it was like God Hates Unicorns. They were like interviewing a bunch of bands. I think I was on one of their podcasts.
Yes, band. God Hates Unicorns. Bands that are, what is it? Bands.
It's a bands that aren't as good.
Bands and artists that aren't as good as God Hates Unicorns.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've also they're good people. They're good people. They crack me up.
I've also taken photographs of them and done some other things with them. They're a fun band.
Yeah, no, they're doing a lot. They got newer, like, I mean, in the past like year or so, they got some new members, and they're doing really well. Yeah, Jess is doing like a modeling thing and photography thing. Yeah, she's really good.
Yep,
really good work coming from her and them, all of them. So, yeah.
Have you seen their the photos they used to announce their new lineup with the pillows and?
Oh yeah, yes, I did with the pajamas. Yep. Yes,
I took those.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
And I took them in Music from 412 studio.
So. Oh, excellent. So you do photography as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I am in search. I need to get a new photo shoot. Like all my old. I mean, I love all my old photos and most recent live concert photos, like from a couple photographers around here that they were like amazing. They turned out great. But like, I need to get some other like promotional shoot in the future sometime, especially since like I don't know, I changed my hair a little bit since the last time. I had a little bit more hair up here, and now I just go like this. So just to keep it consistent wise and live, but I will keep that in mind, and hey, you might hear from me.
All right. I recently shaved my head.
Oh yeah.
Not that there's usually much more than there is right now, but for Halloween at school, I dressed as Gru, who is bald. Gru from the Minions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I also had to dye my eyebrows black because my eyebrows are blonde.
Oh yeah.
It was funny. My principal hadn't seen me all day. It's the end of the day, and she looked at me, and then she stopped and she looked at me again. I was like, "What?"
Oh my gosh! It's like wait, doing a double take.
She's like, "I can't handle that." But all right.
Yeah.
Next question for you. This is the official Build the Scene question.
Okay.
And it's who's your Dave Grohl? And by that I mean, who do you want to go up on stage with and perform one of their originals?
Again, another really hard question. Who do I want to go and like up and perform one of their originals? Okay. Oh my gosh, there's like 5-6 bands and artists that come in. I mean, I've actually been like tossing around some ideas for covers that I might in between this single coming up. I have a new single coming up, by the way. The date is not announced yet. It's still in like mixing and mastering process. But between that and I'm going to start recording a full length, I might do some more like dialed back self-produced cover or something. So let's see. But if I was on stage doing that, oh my gosh, that's so hard. You know, I'm gonna go with a Nightwish song. I could probably do that. Yeah, all of their vocalists are amazing. I'd probably go with like, let's see. Which song is there a song, or is it just the band that you want to know?
You could do both if you'd like.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I mean, I could pick anyone. There's so many different ones. I mean, I could pick another band, but okay, we're just gonna go with Nightwish. They're one of my favorites. And their vocalists are amazing, and like they're actually very challenging. Like, you know, more challenging to sing than your average song. Let's see, what would I do? Gosh, either Elon or such a hard question. Nemo or Elon. There we go. If anybody's familiar with that.
Let's say you're sitting on a bench.
Okay.
And your musical idol sits down beside you, but you're only allowed to ask them one question. First, who are you sitting next to, and what question are you going to ask them?
Okay, I'm gonna have to go for right now Courtney LaPlante. She's like I mean, I have multiple, but okay, she's been like one of my most recent ones. So, okay, that's my answer. What would I ask her? I was a random question. I would want to know what her best moment was from their most recent like cross country tour. I would just that's all I would want to know. What was your favorite moment of your most recent tour?
See, now that makes me think of the movie Almost Famous. Are you familiar with that movie?
I know of it. Don't think I've seen it, but I know the title. What's it about again?
So this kid, he's like 16 or 17. He wants to be a writer for Rolling Stone, and they basically put him out on tour with the band and tell him to write a story about what happens. And it turns interesting for him. There's, you know, it's like the 70s, and he's on tour with the rock band, and you get to see what happens behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
And the idea was that if the story was good, then they would let him be a freelance writer.
Okay.
But
I'll have to add that to my list of movies to check out. So, yeah.
Let me see how we're doing time-wise.
Oh, I wanted to show and talk about my most recent EP, if there's time.
Yes, go ahead and do that now.
Okay, so I talked about A Clockwork Destiny, right, in 2021. After that, I recorded a completely self-produced, self-recorded, self-performed EP. It's called The Doom That Binds Us. This is it right here. It's physical copy. I have physical copies of these still left, and I sell them at shows. You can also get them on Bandcamp. It is on a record label. It's on C.ell Arts Records. Christopher Elliott, it's a one-man record label. He's based in Seattle. You can order from his Bandcamp as well, and there's a link to that, sarahhaltermusic.com. Just go there and go to music, and then that'll take you to this if you're interested in ordering it and getting it shipped, or just come to one of my shows coming up. I have 2 for the remainder of the year. November 25th at the Bridge. I'm in a 5-band show with, let's see, Anxiety as at Best, Sewn Tight, 13 Occult, The Perishables, and me. And then on December 2nd, I'm in Wheeling, West Virginia. I'm playing with Rituals of Insanity and Altered States, the thrash metal veterans. We're playing after a big arena show happening out there with Ice Nine Kills and In This Moment. So hopefully, like, a lot of people are gonna roll into that. But this is it's self-produced, self-recorded, self-performed. It got critical acclaim in Europe and some other metal publications. If you haven't heard it, check it out. I had tons of fun recording this. I was able to work through it pretty quickly, especially having label support with this one. So that was a huge help.
That show at the bridge. Who was the second band that you said?
What is it? Oh, Anxiety at Best. Sewn Tight. They're new. They're new. They just released their I think it's their first song. Yeah, Sewn Tight. Sewn Tight.
Okay. Because the other bands you mentioned, we play all of those on Music from 412 and Build the Scene. And
Yeah,
I didn't recognize that one.
They released the song Sewn Tight. It's called Sufferer. I think it's Sufferer. Yeah, it's out. There's a YouTube lyric video and then a single. I think it's on Spotify and all of the other major platforms. I heard it. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
They're it's heavy, very heavy. Sweet.
I don't mind that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take another break. We'll be back with Sarah in about 2 minutes and 40 seconds, which is how long that Demetis song was that we talked over earlier. That I'm gonna play again without us talking. It's Demetis, and the song is called "Eternal Prison," and we will be right back.
Reignite your curiosity with WQED. Are you enjoying the QED content on Music from the 412? WQED is committed to providing local content for the community, supported by the community. WQED brings you art, education, entertainment, and so much more. And all this great content is only possible because of your support. Not a member of QED? It's easy to join. Just visit WQED.org/donate and become a member today.
Music from the 412 with your concert calendar for this week. I'm Bonnie Diver. Here's what's going on. November the 17th, it's Bill Toms and Hard Rain. They're going to be in Gibsonia at Steamworks Creative. Intimate setting, limited seating, so get your tickets now, $20 in advance. November the 18th, it's Moonwalker at Preserving Underground. Listen to win tickets to that show here on Music from the 412. November the 18th, Jurgles. It's the Fix and Chasm Sultan for a show. November the 24th, the Clarks will be at Jurgles. That starts at 8 o'clock. November the 29th, it's the Shiners. They'll be at Jurgles. That's a look at your concert calendar. I'm Bonnie Diver on Music from the 412.
Music from the 412 is proud to feature local Pittsburgh musicians on our 24-hour radio station. Tune in online or stream to your smart device to listen to the latest songs from some of the best bands in the burg. You can even submit your own original tracks online. Join us in supporting our local music scene. Tune in today to Music from the 412, Pittsburgh's home for original music.
J&T Tire, 3304 William Flynn Highway in Allison Park. If you need engine repair or electrical repair or even preventative maintenance, go see Tony at J&T Tire.
Hey, Tony from J&T Tire here. Come down to visit us and mention the Music from 412 and get 10% off of parts and labor.
J&T Tire, 3304 William Flynn Highway.
Right. Back on.
We are back. And this time, I think I pressed all the buttons I was supposed to. We'll see, though. So if I have my timing right, I have about 5 minutes because we talked a little longer on that one.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I have 3 tracks that I'm going to play at the end of the show that we'll talk about later. So you already mentioned the 2 upcoming shows you have.
Yes.
We kind of touched a little bit on where you can be found online, but why don't you run that by us again now that I have the website up on the screen again?
Yeah. Definitely a link to everything there. SarahHalterMusic.com. You can find links to all my socials, all the music that I have released thus far under this since 2021. And there's like Facebook. I'm on Facebook. If you just search Sarah Halter, it's like artist page. Instagram, Sarah Halter Music. Sarah Halter Music. I think Facebook it's spelled, it's like facebook.com/Sarah Halter Music, but it's music with a K. And then on Instagram it's Sarah Halter Music, just Sarah Halter Music, like my website. I'm also on TikTok, Sarah Halter Music, like that, spelled as such on my website. I think I'm on Twitter too, or X. Sorry, X. I don't post that much. I mean, I did post about this show on that, or tweet about it, or whatever it's called now. I have no idea. That one's really not for me.
I'm at the point now that I'm tired of seeing it says tweet it on X, formerly known as Twitter.
Yes.
Come on.
Formerly known as, no, I'm perfectly fine with just calling it Twitter still. Like,
yes, me too.
But I'm on there. I think it's S Halter Music. S Halter Music. If you just look, I should show up. But and then I'm on YouTube as well. YouTube. I think it's still similar. I should show up like Sarah Halter Music or Sarah Halter, or just search Clockwork Destiny or The Doom That Binds Us. Like all those will show up. And I have other videos on there as well. So that's all the socials, all the things. Also, if you just Google me, I think I show up. Like if you just Google Sarah Halter or Sarah Halter Pittsburgh, I show up pretty quick. So,
what is a non-standard venue that you would like to play at? And I when I ask this question, I have the same examples every time. But like Kiss played on a barge, and they played in a bay in Australia, the Great White Sharks, and Metallica played in Antarctica, and bands have played on the roofs of skyscrapers. Where's somewhere not normal that you would like to play?
Let's see. I would love to play. I mean, anywhere like outside in nature. I like that. I actually did kind of have a similar. I mean, it wasn't like in the woods or anything, but yeah, I would love to play like somewhere like in the mountains or something. That would be really cool. However, electricity would be brought there if it was like an established thing, or it would even be better just to be like, in the woods somehow, if that would even be possible with, electricity or, bringing portable supplies. But I did actually have a similar experience it was September. There was a Rotfest it was in like the Clearfield area, Kylertown in central PA, not too far from my hometown, just about 30 minutes north. I played in Rotfest. Roadkill, the band, Roadkill, you know them? Yeah, they've been here. They've been through here. They invited me to play, and it was on like they had like a an elevated stage. I posted some videos on like my Instagram, on TikTok or something from that, so like you can find them everywhere. But just looking out, it was like raining for part of my set, but it was just this vast field. And then there was like, people in the pavilions under the rain. I mean, they were just, trying to keep dry, but it was just really vast and really cool to see. It was like the closer thing to nature like that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So time wise, I have just enough time to play the 3 tracks that I've scheduled, but I do want to, I do want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And when we go off the air, don't go anywhere.
Okay.
We can still chat. We just won't be live. What we're going to hear next to end the show, we're going to hear from Trainwrecked and their song Failure. We're going to hear Paying Back the Devil by Chip and the Charge Ups. And we're going to end things with Silk 9, Find My Way. And make sure you check us out each and every Monday night live here on Music from the 412. And this Wednesday, live at 9 o'clock, I will be debuting a new song from the band Neostem on 3 Questions and a Song, which is my other podcast. So come hang out with me again. And we will see you on episode 697 next Monday. Thanks again, Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Have a great night. Thanks, Doc. We'll keep rocking.